Hello, welcome back to Planner Apocalypse. It's time to review Q2 and make a plan for Q3. I'm going to be honest with you and say that Q2 just did not go well for me, and this whole year has not really been a very good one or a very easy one. So I am coming to you now with a lot of feelings, many of which are shame and embarrassment that I simply cannot get my life together. But I'm hoping that in doing this review that I can show myself that maybe I've done more than I initially thought that I've done. So that is the hope, and we'll see how it goes. My desk is a mess. So before you look through your old pages, which may influence how you truly feel right now, how satisfied are you with your overall life during the past season? Oh boy, I'm gonna say a 4. It's not been great. I'm gonna just do my colors here and then come back. And I hate getting on here and saying these things every time. Oh, I'm depressed. Sorry about that. It gets to the point where it's embarrassing and, quite frankly, unprofessional. But at the same time, this is what my life looks like. This is what it looks like to live with depression, and I am just doing my best. So if you are also struggling, please know you are not alone. So let's see here. What did I actually set out to do back in April? I had wanted to get my companion done, maintain important connections, do my planetary routines. I'm struggling with that. I think that I need to move the planetary routine stuff into an app so that I get prompted to do these things. It also doesn't help that I'm having depression time. So the book of shorts, which has turned into not really shorts, it's just a book. I have started writing that. I did not do the cleaning job, and I don't know that I will be doing it. The companion, as of this recording, has not been finished yet. Streaming, I have not streamed anything, no games, but I have been playing games with Tyler and Sunny, my son, so that's fine. And I did not finish my Moonology course. I am trying to let it be shitty. So some of the surprise things that have happened are I'm active on Tumblr again, of all places, and I've been making fan fiction and fan art for Call of Duty, which is also very strange, but that's just where I'm going now. But I think that's actually in part of my goals here, not this one. Play. I did that. We're gonna just give this a little highlight. Yes, I've done this, and I've written some fan fiction. I'm on AO3 now, so that's fun. So play the Modern Warfare COD series. My friend Tyler gifted me the Reboot Modern Warfare trilogy, and my computer cannot handle them because my computer is about 11 or 12 years old, and it can't run the game. So now I'm very sad. But at the same time, maybe this is just not the right time to get lost in playing video games when I'm already having so much trouble getting my life together. So the homeschool planners are also not done. The planetary routines pack is not up on Etsy. I have not been doing anything on Etsy. I did run a sale for the solstice, and that happened. I forgot to announce it. So color me not surprised when it didn't go very well. But this is going to be the short flip through the quarter. You can see things that I've done, and I always forget to come back and check these things off. But part of this process for me personally is dumping everything out and figuring out what I'm doing. I've not had a good time about being in my planner or actually being in my craft room, and it's probably because it's a mess. And so this month, the theme I was going with was the Happy Planner homebody stickers paired with Opanchu Usagi from the Hobonichi store, and it's a licensed character from 𝖒𝖊𝖓𝖓𝖙. I quite liked the combination. It's very strange and up my alley. So April review, I'm grateful for feeling joyful in my process because I started writing my book. Let it be shitty is a good mantra for me. Pacing is important. Follow your joy, amuse yourself. Also, the Death Cafe thing has died off, which no pun intended, I guess, but it's just both Harry and I are having a rough go of it this year. So this is May, see how much or little I did this month. And I still have to get the homeschool planners up on Etsy. I was going with a pastel rainbow, theme this month for May. And my YouTube channel turned 18 in May. Oh yeah. So I came into my craft room to find out that my daughter helped me sticker things. So that was fun. I don't know where she got all these stickers from. So the May review, I finished outlining my book. That was my proud moment. There's just a lot of dips into depression, feeling ungrounded, still struggling with routines, and not making time for rituals that actually support my life. So journaling and all that kind of stuff. I'm grateful for writing. I'm trying to remember when I got back on Tumblr. I don't know. Oh, it was here because I wrote You're Coming With Me, which was like a fluff piece for COD. And I write both smutty and not smutty things for my fan fiction. I know someone had asked in my last video when I mentioned it, and I'm not sure I want to have links right now. I'm still trying to get used to that, posting smutty things, but I'm just going to put this here so stop holding it. May, we did that. So stay curious, keep doing what lights you up. Don't expect it to be perfect as for lessons and tweaks. Also dealing with the weird dichotomy of wanting to be witnessed but not wanting to be witnessed as far as releasing fan fictions and stuff like that. I did finish, well, it's not finished, but finished chapter 3 of the longer fanfic that I was doing that has smutty stuff in it. It's very emotional and I could leave it as 3-part thing, but I do have notes to continue it. It's really sad. It's called Your Ghost by 𝖒𝖊𝖓𝖓𝖊𝖓. If you want to look it up on AO3, it's sad. I'm a sad person. I don't know. But yeah, you can see how little I've gotten done for June. June was just crash and burn kind of month for me. Here's where Callie started stickering my things. Stop stickering my things. No, it's fine. I don't really care. I was really not in here at all this month, and here are her little additions to my spread. But so I was not in here for the most part, so I back planned. Not this week I was here, but every other week I was back planning and just jotting down what I've been working on because I have been using my time tracker. And I just want to say that I spent so much time writing fan fiction, specifically Your Ghost, because I wanted to get it right. And I was also absolutely paralyzed by, am I doing this right? And it's I've never published my smutty things before. So yeah, there's a lot of imposter syndrome happening. And I did use an original character instead of a with the reader kind of thing, a second person point of view, using you instead of I or she, first or third person. I also write in first person, which I know is another cardinal sin. So yeah, I don't know. I've done all the things wrong. So I don't know. There's a lot, but it took me about almost 40 hours of struggling to write the 3rd chapter of my fan fiction, which I finally, and this is over 2 weeks, by the way. It's not struggling. I was trying to get these things done weekly, but it's just not in the cards for me. I can't do that. And then I finally finished Your Ghost Part 3 on the 25th, and then immediately I had a post-submission depression. And I'm apparently not the only person that experiences this, because one of the fanfic writers that I follow on Tumblr had made some kind of post about that feeling, that sad feeling you get when you finally publish a thing. And I'm oh wow, other people feel that too? Because when I finished first draft of Ravenheart, which was a novella I was working on in 2020, which completely burnt me out, I don't think I'll be publishing it because it needs to be absolutely just rewritten, and whatever. Anytime that I like put work out, I just get depressed. I don't know why. And oh yeah, so like the newest deranged idea that I've had is that I want to make the COD boys into magical girls or magical boys. I have issues. So I drew Soap wearing his little outfit. This is not a final outfit, but I've got problems. I don't know what color it's going to be yet, because if you have watched magical girl anime, or if you've played any Otome games, or if you've watched Power Rangers or any kind of like Sentai show, they do use color code, and that color code has permeated into some anime character design type things. So the colors that I normally associate with Soap, like blue or red, mostly blue, don't fit like that archetype. And I know like I could do whatever I want, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So he gets isekai'd, and we're gonna just ignore everything that happened in the end of the third game, and I don't even care. Oh yeah, and then on Saturn retrograde on the 29th, I just recently feel like my dream is dying. There's so much noise, especially now. All the platforms are just drowning with ads, and now we have bots and AI coming in to make more noise, and it's hard to get my work seen. I have the same issue on Etsy as I do with everything else. That's kind of why I stopped posting on Instagram, just because I didn't think it was a useful use of my time and energy, because I'm also very stretched thin. It just feels like it's dying. My dream is dying. And that's so I decided on Saturday the 29th to do a quick read. So I flipped a card. I got the Outlaw. This is in the Threads of Fate Oracle, and the Outlaw is basically just do what you want. Don't listen to the masses. Yeah, I know. And then, so I always check the bottom of the deck, which I call the shadow card. So the shadow card is basically whatever you might be having trouble with, or need to do processing, or if it's being oppressed or repressed. And this keeps moving. Has it been shifting this entire time and I've just not noticed that? Sorry about that. So I checked the bottom of the deck, and it's the Dare to Dream card. So that made me cry because it's like a simultaneous, oh, you feel like your dream is dying, but also giving me the message to keep going. I'm tired. I don't want to give up, but sometimes having hope is just painful when things just don't pan out the way you want, or the way you hope. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. I was glad to finish my third chapter. I said I could leave it there, but I do have more written. I don't know, maybe I should link it. But I also, I don't know, maybe I'll link it. Again, the whole, please don't judge me, but I wrote this thing. Jesus. So that's where we are. We have done things, granted not the things that I set out to do, but I've done things. So for connection, maybe I should pull out my other thing from April. We're just gonna bring this out because these are the goals that I set, and I want to look at them and whoosh, see that. So connection. I maintain important connections. I'm gonna give this a 6. I don't feel like I've had a lot of social stuff going on this quarter. Maybe I have. I should look at my calendars. That's what they're there for. Sarah's birthday tea. I forgot about that. I don't know. I will say I'll leave it as a 6, because I don't know. Maybe a 7. That bleed. It did. I'm bleeding. Rest and well-being. I'm gonna say, first of all, I want to see if I can get this up to a 9 this next quarter. Rest and well-being. Not good. Not good at all. I'm going to say 4. Home and environment. Also not good. We're going to say, I don't know, 3. Nothing's really changing, I feel like. And I'm having trouble, I think, figuring out what needs to change. I know something needs to change, but what is it? What is it that needs to change? And alignment and self-expression, I'm gonna say an 8. While I did not get the amount of videos done that I wanted to, I think I only posted once in June. I was writing, so that's nice. I really don't have that deep well of attention for these things that I want to do, which sucks. Can't do everything. Resources and contribution, I don't know, 6. I'm still being very good about not buying things, but I'm also not making an income, so that's not good. Bye. Practice. I've done fan art, so that's fun. Let's give it a, that's supposed to be a 7, but I got up into the 8 area. Play. I have been playing a lot. Let's say an 8. I also don't know whether I should put fan art and fan fiction into play or into alignment and self-expression and practice. Because as I was filling this out, I was putting them into these categories, but it's also play because there's no real purpose behind them except to just do it. Curiosity and passion, I'll give it a 4. I started reading fan fiction. I was actually not a fanfic person before writing it, but does that make me some kind of, I don't know. No, it doesn't. All right, rest and well-being, I want to try to get up to 6. Home and environment, again, I want to get up to 6. Alignment and self-expression, let's go for 9. Resources and contribution, I would love an 8. Let's just get it. Practice, let's do a 9 because I have work I need to do. And are we on Q3? Jesus Christ. Q3, girl, I gotta, oh my god. I am so behind, and this was not a good quarter. Curiosity and passion, I would like to get that up to a 7. I gotta get my shit together. My life is falling apart. Play, let's maybe take that down a notch to, I don't know, 7. Bring it down. And then we're gonna go through and write down our scores for the previous quarters and such, which is all on one page. So I'm going to just write down the scores that I did for Q2 here, and I'll be back. My phone overheated, so I had to stop filming for a little bit. I tallied up this stuff and averaged it. So last quarter, the average lifetime score or life satisfaction score was 6.625. This quarter, it's dropped to 5.875, which is higher than it was at the year start, but still lower than it was before. And I remember last quarter's review thinking that this number was way too high, but I'm still thinking that this number is way too high this quarter. So from Q1 to Q2, my score for connection decreased. My score for rest and well-being decreased. Home and environment stayed the same. Alignment and self-expression stayed the same. Just what I was working on shifted. My resources and contribution went down. Practice stayed the same. Again, what I was focusing on shifted. Play went down, which I actually don't think it did. Curiosity and passion went down. And that's the review. So we're going to put this back somewhere, wherever that was. I'm going to still keep this out for now. So that was the review. This is the other review part. So that was just the analysis part. Questions to answer. How far off was my impression of how things went versus how I felt after looking through the pages from the past 3 months? Did anything surprise me or was I right on? The numbers were higher than I thought, or I guess than I felt, I should say, because we are using our subjective feelings to analyze these things, I guess. So number was higher than I thought, or than I felt, and my plans went off-road to other avenues. Did I say yes to too many things this past season? Yes, apparently. Do I need to lighten up my commitments, goals, or otherwise in the next season? Probably yes. I feel like I am just not in a good place mentally and emotionally. Also, I didn't do the June review because that's going to be the next video. So probably yes, I need to have a smaller focus. What did I spend the majority of my time and energy on in the past 3 months? This is the fun part. Let's find out. So I use 𝖬𝖊𝖓 to track my time. I don't always track everything all the time, so that makes it hard. So we'll go from April 1st to June 30th, I spent 86 hours on writing, 33 hours on editing, 19 hours on journaling, 18 hours on reading, 11 hours, 11 and a half hours on YouTube administration, and so forth and so on. There's a lot of planning and brainstorming. Art, only 7 hours. I didn't do a lot of art, but this amount of art that I've done this quarter has been more art than I've done in past quarters, and that's important to me. And not a lot of cleaning or self-care, but I don't always track those. So I don't always remember to track my filming either. Miscellaneous. Oh, Sonny's computer. That's right. Yeah, I built his computer. That was very frustrating, but it's all done. Oh wow, not a lot of play tracked. Yeah, I've also significantly cut down on my chatbot creation now that I'm writing fan fiction. So the whole writing thing, it's like I'm taking steps to just get closer and closer until I'm actually doing it. And I am actually writing my book. I paused to write my fan fiction, and I will be going back to my book. So yeah, all right, what did I spend the majority of my time and energy on this past 3 months? Let's do the top 3. Writing, 86 hours. And that's not including any of the brainstorming that I did or the researching that I did, which is part of the book stuff. Editing videos is ridiculous. 33 hours and 50 minutes. And journaling. I feel like there might be some 19 hours. I feel like there might be some miss thing, because that seems like a lot. But yeah, I've been doing actually I fell off of the manuscripting journal, I'm not gonna lie. It is undated, so I'm actually trying to debate right now if I want to just jump through the pages that I missed, or if I want to just actually keep doing it until it's done. How aligned did I feel this season? Am I living in alignment with my values? What am I doing or no longer doing in order to stay true to myself? Alignment was weird this season. Like, I'm writing and I'm doing art, but this is why I think this is like one of those shadow times. I'm coming up against so much emotion and junk when I'm doing art, because doing art is very painful for me. Like, there's a lot of baggage associated with it, and that's probably why I moved to designing, because it's not the same. I don't know. I don't want to, get into it, but I feel like I'm just hitting up on something really painful, and that's something I need to work through, which is annoying. As much as I love shadow work, I also hate it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, when am I done? I want to be done, like, being like this. Okay, what patterns or trends do I notice about the tasks that I'm avoiding? Am I avoiding one particular goal, project, task, subject? Why? Yes. So anything having to do with my work and possibly making a living from my work and getting my work ready to be sold, I'm resisting, because once again, going back to what I said earlier, like, I feel like my dream is dying and I've already given up on it. Like, part of me that's like, it hurts. I don't want to keep trying and getting nowhere. But then there's another part of me that's like, no, keep going. So that's why I've also not been making videos, or why I'm still behind on doing the companion, why I'm behind on doing the homeschool planners. I don't need this. I have a really long history of just, putting my heart and soul into things, and people like it. But then when it comes to, also, like, I'm not saying this to make anyone feel guilty, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard to make it as an artist and a writer. It's just difficult. What has been hard lately? In what ways can I make this easier on myself? See above. So I've been thinking about this, and there's a couple of things that I'm facing right now. One is, to get a part-time job, which feels like a failure of sorts, and it will, directly eat up time that I would be normally creating, whether that's writing or making art or editing. Basically, after this summer, I need to make some decisions about what I'm doing there. And yeah, there's that. There's also, if I crave external validation, there's the idea that I should just be that adult that is, talking to my inner child and saying I did such a good job, instead of being so absolutely terrible and harsh and judgmental on myself, because that's what I do. Yeah, get a part-time job and be the cheerleader adult that I need when I finish a piece. Yeah, and that's all about, reparenting and stuff like that. Not that my parents, were problems or anything like that. I always tell people that it wasn't my parents that messed me up. All right, during this process, what has become less important to me? Girl, I don't know. I don't know. What has become less important to me? What has become more important to me? Making art. For those of you who don't know, it's been my dream to make like a comic since I was 15, and it's not going to go into details, but like there's a lot of trauma surrounding my art and stuff like that, so I haven't touched it in a long time, but just dipping my toes back in, I feel so close to be there to maybe start making my comic. I don't know. Maybe this will always be the thing that I'm dancing around and it will never actually happen. Who knows? But I feel like with my writing, the chatbots, and then now I'm doing fan fiction, I feel like it's incremental steps toward it. But this one, it just hurts a lot more. Okay, this season I learned, what did I learn? That I still have a lot of stuff to process with my art. And just the process of making art is simultaneously hurtful and healing. Okay, what areas of my life need to be focused on next season for the next 3 months? So we are coming into the time when I need to be working on the Memento Mori Goal Planner release for October. So we're going to say practice, and I'm going to say alignment and self-expression and rest and well-being, I guess. Okay, so blue one and the yellow one and the red one. I'm sorry if you hear the TV, by the way. My daughter's watching TV. Okay, so we're gonna put this back, and then where the heck did it go? Okay, what season am I moving into? Summer. Transfer your seasonal correspondences and associations for the upcoming season in a big old dump. Okay, so back into the beginning. It's my sensory board. I still have stupid pleasures on there. Girl, I don't know when. All right, so I have my roadmap here, and okay. So here we are, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo season are the seasons we're moving into. Currently it's Cancer season. For me, as a Capricorn rising, Leo season is highlighting my 8th house of shared resources, but that's also the house of like mental health. So I'm not looking forward to that. However, one astrologer's assessment of Leo in the 8th house was like a light in the darkness, and I'm like, I can deal with that, I guess. Summer vacation. We have Callie's birthday. She's turning 7. So no school means tweaking, maybe going outside more, question mark. And if I wanted to do 75 hard again, which I don't think I do, I would start in August, I think August 17th, and then it would go to the day before Samhain. July 12th is my Planner Apocalypse 2nd anniversary, so I will be having a big sale again, but everything will be on sale. Anything dated will be 50% off, and anything not dated will probably be like 30% off or something. Lunasaw is coming. I need to do the companion. Homeschool planners. I might end up putting all of my extra happy planner stuff on eBay. I'm not really sure yet. Oh, and then we also have back to school and the 2025 Memento Mori Goal Planner work. So for that, I'm kind of thinking about doing an a la carte system. I don't really know yet. So like you would have the option to buy the dated stuff separately from the workbook. I'm not really sure. But like, have the monthlies separate, have the weeklies separate, and then I also do want to do the dailies. So the daily ladder, I definitely want to do that. I don't know if I want to do the hourly this year. especially just because I don't really know what people want. All right, let's see. Do I want to bother with any hand-lettered stickers? I'm gonna write death cafes, ? Moonology. Right. E is for erotica, work. As I'm working on this book, for those of you who have not, tuned in previously, it started out, it was supposed to be like a book of shorts. It's not that anymore. It's now, following 4 couples through the book. And as I'm working on just one couple, I'm coming to the conclusion that this possibly might not be good for just one book. I might have to just break them all up into separate books, in which case, I would have to name the book something different. So there's that. Fact, whatever. I'm having issues. Let's go. Planetary routines. We have fan fiction. We have fan art. I have a poem that I wanted to make into a comic. Fan fiction, we have Your Ghost, number 4, 5, and 6. I would like to do Closer, and that's all I want to put on there. Just the ones that I've been working on. Maybe Bitter Honey, because that's a bit of fluff. And I was also thinking about posting my flash fiction that I wrote for Dungeons and Dragons and my Pathfinder characters up on my Tumblr. That would be on the Momokeen Tumblr, just because it's not 18 plus. It's just a little angsty sometimes. But at the same time, I don't know if people will read it because they don't know who these characters are, and most of the stuff happens at the table. So I write stuff to fill in gaps or elaborate on things that happened during sessions or stuff like that, just to flesh out the experience. But yeah, I don't know if that would really work for people who are not in campaigns and know what's happening. So I don't know. I have so many videos to get out, and I want to make Task Force 141 emoji stickers for planners. I have to take stuff to the dump. Work out, somatic exercises, and sleep better. I think that's it for that. So I'm gonna highlight these things as according to what domain they would be in, and then I'll be back. Okay, and then I'm supposed to, circle the project really that I want to work on per thingamajig. Also, let's see, play. I have to have something for play. I mean, I don't have to. There's the thing of do I want to include my fan art and fan fiction under play, because they're still practice and alignment and self-expression. Maybe play a game. Learn Blender. So those are my playtime things. So I think for Callie, having time outside and bringing her for play dates and stuff like that will be good. Or I would like to learn Blender. I think actually that's not playtime, that is curiosity and passion. So we're gonna play games. That has no point to it. We're going to focus on Moonology, and I need to do the Memento Mori Goal Planner work. And then for yellow, do I want to focus on videos, or do I want to focus on my book or my fan fiction? So I don't want to get lost in the sea of fan fiction. I do want to actually write a book. So I will do that. I do have a lot of videos though. I've filmed so much that I haven't touched editing wise. Someone's messaging me. And then planetary routines is going to be the focus for that. Do I have everything? Take stuff to the dump. Oh yeah, back to school prep. We have to, buy her new, well, she's already getting new clothes, but she does need supplies. Think about part-time job. Where? This is day 2 of this filming because yesterday my phone overheated twice. I had to actually put it in the refrigerator to cool it down. So now I have a really weird setup where my phone is clamped up here. I have a clippy over here holding this end of my phone up. And then on top of it, I've got this little frozen boo-boo buddy turtle thing that maybe will keep my phone from overheating. And that's what we're doing today. Yes, great. So I don't know, yesterday I think I was circling these things and I was talking about possibly getting a part-time job. And then after I was taking a break from filming, I remembered that there was some other money thing that I was going to do instead of this. And I think that was putting stuff on eBay, because I would like to downsize my collection of Happy Planner things, especially because I don't use Big Happy Planner and I have a lot of stuff for that, like accessories and papers and all that kind of stuff. I also have those like deluxe covers that I don't use. I had originally bought them because I was going to make some gem themed planners, and I just never got around to doing that. So I don't know. Now that I'm drawing again, maybe that's a little bit more possible, but I don't know. So next season's goals, top connection item, I think we're going to take Callie to the park and play dates. And those are one and done kind of things, but it's also like a habit. So maybe once per week, maybe, or every 2 weeks, or I don't know, once a week. Top rest and well-being item, planetary routines. That is a habit. Top home and environment item was take stuff to the dump. That is a one and done. Top alignment and self-expression item is my book stuff. That is a project. Top resources and contribution item, eBay Happy Planner stuff. That is a project because it's multiple steps and multiple items. Top practice item is going to be the Memento Mori Goal Planner for 2025 and the companion. Those are projects. Top play item, play a game. Play a game! That's a project. Top curiosity and passion item, Moonology as a project. So my sub-theme for the next 3 months for summer, I think I'm going to say get grounded. Get grounded, because I've been floating in the void for the past 6 months. Look at how much is already done in this planner. I feel like this has not been a great year for me. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to this. I'm going to now film the July prep. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Okay, bye.
Till next time.